Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Connect Now. I am JR.
And I'm Monica.
And today we are recording on a very, very special day.
Is it really that special to you? Be honest.
I'm learning today a lot about it.
Today is Earth Day.
It's Earth Day.
It's definitely special to me because I hate water bottles.
Oh, no, my God.
I hate the plastic on water bottles. So I guess, that's why Earth Day is good because we all get educated on what it really means, right?
Yes, I actually, I do remember, I don't call it celebrating Earth Day, but I participating in Earth Day in school.
Yeah.
Because school would do that a lot in elementary, junior high. They would do Earth Day type stuff where they plant something or do something specific, right?
Yeah, I remember we did it with the Girl Scouts when one of my daughters was in Girl Scouts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I remember doing it in recycling back in the day. Oh, my God. Not a lot of people knew about recycling. It was just starting to be known. And I remember everything that we used for our poster, we used recyclables. Like I used like real grass, real dirt on our poster. We actually won first place. So it was cool.
It's a task that the kid is supposed to do, but the adults end up doing it.
Oops, I just gave it away. Oh, well, nobody will remember. It's been years. It's been years. I was a teacher back then, so hey, what the heck?
No, but we're really excited because before we get to our guests, we have so much going on here. It's Earth Day today as we record this show, and we're going to be talking about that because at the end of the day, we have to really examine ourselves. I mean, are we really doing what we need to do to help protect the earth or help us live on this earth?
Yeah, so today is actually dedicated to honoring and appreciating our planet, right?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, Earth Day serves as a reminder of the importance of taking care of our environment.
Okay.
So that's why I said I hate water bottles. And I can't say that enough. Not that I hate water bottles. I like water bottles. I like the water in it. But sometimes I don't actually because it actually it has a really ugly aftertaste.
Yeah, if the water is left in your car, yeah, it does.
Yeah, and then for me as soon as I open it depends on if it's I don't want to say where I get it at, but it's just the cheap water. Anyway, it has like a weird aftertaste and sometimes I think that it comes from the plastic. And it's just getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, for them to recycle the water bottles that are being recycled because the plastic on those bottles is like so flimsy.
Right, yeah.
And then there's other ones that are still cheap, but the plastic is kind of thick and it's really weird. So I actually I invest a lot on myself, and I don't want to sound
bougie,
conceited or anything. But I drink expensive water only because I care about my body and I care about getting those minerals.
Yeah, I know.
From
I like getting your water out of the refrigerator we have here. Yes, I like to get them. She gets mad at me, but
he drinks my waters.
They're very good waters. Very good waters.
Yeah, we're not going to say the names, but
this year.
But with that said,
no, this year's Earth Day is there's a theme to it. Earth Day 2024. It's planet versus plastics. Yes. Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, because I wasn't sure. Because I know I did a post this morning, and yes, you're absolutely right. So I'm gonna bring it up because it means something. So I guess. Wow, you just confused me because you just threw that at me. It's weird.
No, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So it's planet versus plastics. And I understand that too because, yes, we see the commercials. We see the documentaries out there that show what the plastic is doing in the ocean.
It's not just water bottles. It's everything, right? It includes like your, laundry detergent.
Yeah.
Your everything.
Well, even the plastic straws, the forks, the knives. I mean, it just
anything
it goes on
that
and on.
is plastic, right?
Yeah.
Plastic bags.
Plastic bags.
Right? But something that I feel really proud about, in different communities, and the more I go to these specialty markets, again, we're not going to mention names because they're not sponsors of our show, but the more we go, like the more you see like people bringing their own recyclable bags, and I'm not talking about plastic bags. I'm talking about yeah,
I know what you're saying, like tote bags,
cloth,
tote bags,
and things like that. And I really appreciate that, And so sometimes they'll ask me, "Do you want plastic or paper?" And I prefer paper for whatever reason, and because it's done on recycle.
No, yeah. So do you still get the paper bags and you put them as your book covers for your books at home?
No. No, that
That was back in the day. You remember? You used to get the paper bags, and you would put them on your
you use them as
book covers.
As book covers.
And then everyone would sign it and stuff. Oh, man, those are the great old days.
But I think we've come a long way, you know, when it comes to recycling. I was really upset, and I don't know if I shared that with you. I think I shared it with somebody. When I lived here in West Covina, we actually had, you know, our trash bins. We had from Athens Services, and we had our recycling bin, right? Bin. And what I really loved about that whole process was that we get to separate our recyclables and what we threw into the trash, into our regular trash. But our green bin was for like grass, you know, anything that is recyclable, right?
Right.
I don't know, why is grass recyclable, by the way?
You know what? I don't know. They just take it away.
No,
we could talk to our guest about it when he comes on.
I don't know. I just thought about that.
Great. You know what? We're gonna write that down. Great question. Why do you make us?
Yeah, but now there's something different. They've come a long way, and now they're doing where you have to recycle your food.
Yes. Right? Yes.
And where we live now, you know, now we're part of the, you know, Inland Empire, right? And there, in the community that we live, we have trash bins, the big ones, where we actually have to walk our trash over there, and there's no separation of garbage.
No, there's not.
There's just like one. I think we have like a small one for cardboard. Cardboard. Yeah.
We live in the same area, okay? But I've seen that. Yes, I've seen one for cardboard. I've seen one for the regular trash, and I've seen a little one for food. I think it is. For something else. I don't know what it is, though.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I don't think we have that.
No,
I think we still throw everything in our home garbage. You know, we throw in the bottles, the, you know, soda cans. Everything goes in there, and then you just tie your bag and you toss it. I don't know. It kind of hurts me. It bothers me so much that I don't get to recycle the way I used to recycle here in West Covina through all the education that Athens sends out to its residents and things like that. I feel bad about it. You know, I've even seen furniture being thrown where we live.
You're right.
You know,
yep.
So, and the reason I say we live is because, you know, he just recently found a house, you know, right next to our house. So we're neighbors now, him and his family, 2 beautiful daughters, and, you know, and his wife. And so that's why we say we. So don't get it mistaken, people.
I'm married? What? I have kids? When did this happen?
You know, so I really like the whole process of recycling and learning about it. I don't think I've gotten any mail, you know, about recycling, nothing. It's like, okay, when are we going to catch up, you know, in other cities about, you know, and go from the example that, you know, cities like West Covina, Azusa, and, you know, even Pomona now, you know, when are we going to start doing that? That's not fair. You know, I don't like that. I like to recycle. So on Earth Day, please, city of blah, blah, blah.
Recycle.
Yeah, you know, help us out because we want to help the environment.
We all have to do a little bit. I know maybe this is a little bit, because I know we got to get going, but we got to get to our guests. But this might be a little bit part of Earth Day is when I do, because I notice and I make sure that my daughters and everybody else does it in the house, because when I brush my teeth, I turn the water off. Like I get the water. No, because sometimes people just let it run. Or my wife.
Do you have like a 3-second rule or something about your teeth?
No, no. Some people are like, okay.
He takes 3-minute showers, people?
No, I get the toothbrush, right? Put toothpaste on, a little bit of water. We know. I turn the water off while I'm brushing.
Of course, that's being mindful.
Some people are not mindful. That's what I'm saying, and they let it run.
Me and my husband have these little tiny cups where we fill it with water, and then we just use that. We don't even turn the water back on.
Like I said, she's bougie. Okay, guys. Yes, I don't have little cups next to my thing.
That's what we do.
Hold on.
So, you know.
Oh, my God. You guys. Yes, never mind. Dave, love you. All right. So let's talk about, we have some sponsors.
Yes.
So we are, I'll let you do the first couple.
Of course, we're very proud of Athens Services, especially with everything that do on recycling and all the education that they bring to their residents and all the areas that they cover. So really proud of them in every way possible. And also to Prospectors Federal Credit Union.
Yes,
Thank
our
you
newest
so
sponsor.
Much. Our newest sponsor. We really appreciate you guys. Love you guys, the way you guys take care of your members. And like I always say, you know everybody by name. So make sure you guys check out Prospectors.
And then also our very good friend as well, Med Spa Deluxe LA. Make sure you guys go check them out. They're right here. 2 locations now, city of West Covina and the city of Rancho. And they are going to be having their grand opening in Rancho May 18th. May 18th. So more information, contact us. We'll get you more information. But Med Spa Deluxe LA. And last but not least, we have the No Chance Foundation, which they do a lot of things here in the city of West Covina. They partner with us to do a lot of great things to give back here. So make sure you guys, they have an event coming up May 25th. Make sure you guys go to their website, nochancefoundation.com. And it's casino night. We're having
I was just going to say that. You didn't say what it is.
It's casino night.
Yeah, so we're really excited.
You said you're getting decked out.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, and you know what? She hasn't really worn heels in a long time because of her leg, so she is going to be decked out that night. So, and I'm going to try to dress up too a little bit. You know, as you notice, oh my God, I'm not wearing a hat. People are probably saying, who's that guy?
No, we know. You look good without a hat. If you guys want to vote hat or no hat.
Well, we'll put a tally right there.
Yes,
a poll.
And so when we get back, you know, we have a very special guest who's going to tell us everything about recycling and what it means to recycle in your community.
Yes.
So we are going to welcome our very good friend and member of the Greater West Covina, Gary Clifford from Athens Services. So we can't wait. Stay tuned, everybody.
Hi there, my name is Isa Nakasado. I work for Athens Services. Please go to our website to learn a little bit more about how your trash is being picked up, how to source separate. If you need to rent any kind of bins or anything, please go to our website. It's athensservices.com.
Hey everyone, this is Danielle with Prospectors Federal Credit Union. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Just wanted to really quickly touch base with you in case you wanted to know more about who we are and what we do. You can find us both in Diamond Bar as well as in West Covina. You can reach me directly at 909-396-9688, extension 2240, or any one of our team members would be able to contact or help you at that time as well. We do have some great promotions going on, including our 777 deal for our brand new members. Want to know more? Give me a call. Talk to you all soon.
What's up, everybody? Hope you're enjoying the show. Just want to come in real quick to remind you, Cardon Media, we've expanded. Great news. Now we got the new business section, and we got our branding and marketing. So remember, whether you want to get on a billboard, business cards, set up your business, whatever you want, we got you covered. And we also publish the San Gabriel Valley Now magazine. So follow us, SUV.now. Let's get back to Jared and Monica.
Okay, everybody, so we are back. And Monica, who is our special guest?
Well, as I mentioned before, we have a very special guest, our dear friend and colleague here, Gary Clifford, Mr. Gary Clifford.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
No, welcome. You always, you know what? You're the man. Because every time I see you, I feel like, you know what? That's Gary.
Thank you.
And I have to always, but you have a smile. You're always inviting, and but I love the fact because you have so much information to give. Every time we sit down, I'm always learning something new because you have so much information. So I love it.
You also educate us.
That's what I mean. You educate me in something. So I love it.
Well, that's the only reason I can be that way is because I have a great team of people out there that help me do what I do every day. So thank you for that. That acknowledges the team behind what I do.
Well, they're amazing then.
Yeah, they are amazing.
You do an amazing job. It makes me want to work for you.
Thank you.
You're leaving?
I don't know.
You might want to talk to somebody who does first.
But with that said, you know, we're really excited about having you here because today is Earth Day. Everybody is celebrating Earth Day. So just for our audience, you had a little disclaimer about Earth Day because this show is going to be actually airing next Tuesday.
Yes. We're filming on Earth Day, but this is airing next week. So, but we are still talking about, because I believe it's still the whole month, correct? The whole month of April.
The whole month.
There's
of April. Lots of Earth Day stuff going on.
Yes.
So we went on a tour to Sun Valley, and it was really, really fascinating to see how everything works. The people, the whole structure of it was just fascinating. So we couldn't, I don't know, I was just really happy to be there. I'm sure you were too. Because
I loved it. It was amazing to me. I love the fact that I was able to walk around and see the separation. And then as we were in I believe the control booth, I forgot who it was, but there was saying that how the individuals that separate everything, how he goes, let me just go a little faster and let's see how they do. So they went a little faster, and then they went
a young lady.
And then they went slow and then fast, but they were adapting and they were good.
It always reminds me of the old Lucy. I Love Lucy.
Yes.
With the chocolates and the manufacturing line. It's classic.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to see that, walk around, to see the way you guys just separate everything, process everything. I guess just the technology in it now is amazing.
Well, Earth Day is important to Athens because we're only as good as our customers are. So Earth Day is a time where we get to educate and outreach to all of the people that need to understand the impact that our company Athens and they themselves have on Mother Earth. And this is the time we can acknowledge that. I mean, Earth Day started in the 70s, kind of at schoolyards, and it's migrated to this real individual behavior. And one of the things that I love about Athens is that we're a landfill avoidance company. So we're a large hauler, but this family that started this company doesn't own landfills. So they built equipment, that you mentioned the Sun Valley MRF. They actually pioneered some of this equipment that does the separation, in addition to what our residents and our commercial businesses do. So what's really important for people out there is that when Earth Day is on, pay attention, go to the booths, realize the impact that you can have mostly on plastics, on how the methane gas and food affect our Earth and our ozone layer. But it's really important, and I think when I was looking at what the highlights were this year for Earth Day, and again, our staff does an incredible job. We had about 50 Earth Day events, and about 25 to 75 people handle those events, so they're everywhere. But the big highlights this year are plastic recycling and reuse.
We read that,
How can we do that? How do we eliminate methane gas through the food waste and organic programs this year? And then individually, how you out there can eliminate plastic use by just using, instead of this kind of a bottle, a reusable cup. And I think the numbers are somewhere in the tune of you save a couple hundred bottles of plastic by just using a reusable cup in a year as an individual. So that's a big number.
No, right.
And I think the opportunity for Earth Day is for people to go out and become educated. So we take advantage of that at our communities by having people work. We have booths. We educate people. We have composting events. We actually bring compost to those events, and we educate and outreach to our customers and our civic partners how to do a better job.
I like that, reusable cups, because honestly, like we've purchased a lot of tumblers lately.
Yeah.
So you can reuse the tumblers, right? Just water, or juice, or whatever you're drinking in it.
Yeah, because we did talk about that. We talked about how much I hate plastic bottles, and how some of them are just getting cheaper, some of them are just getting heavier, and just I don't know, just overall the taste of some of the water, it gives it like a weird aftertaste. So I have to actually spend more money on, better water.
You do, and they're so darn convenient. That's the problem. These are so darn
Well, we put
convenient.
that there so you could throw it.
Yeah, we can't. I like the smaller ones because if you entertain, you have the larger bottles. They're always half full.
Yes.
When you go to dump them.
And that's
so
a
I like
waste.
the smaller ones. That's an improvement. But I do think that this is one of those areas that we can really help in. And then the biggest thing that I see in this year in the 2024 campaign for Earth Day is to understand the impact that reducing food waste at a landfill has on the environment. And I think Cal Recycle, which is our governing body for that, estimates that about 30% of what's going into landfills as food product, organic, should be eliminated. And by doing that, you help the ozone layer and the methane gas production. So we're trying to do two things. First off, we fuel our trucks from the methane gas that's produced at landfills. So it's actually called RNG, which is recycled natural gas, versus CNG, which is the fracked product that you get.
Interesting.
So that's a big deal to
RNG.
us. But we're really trying to educate our customers how to remove the food from your trash container and move it to your organic container. So in essence, when you're at the curbside as a residential customer, you're going to have two waste streams. You're going to have a wet stream, which is your organic barrel, which is your grass clippings and anything that's organic. It could be a pizza box with pizza food on it. It could be a napkin soiled with anything that has food on it. All the way over to your recycle barrel, which should now just have clean recyclables in it. And then your black barrel should have things that go directly to a landfill. Now, where Athens is a little different than everybody else is that we will take that black barrel to one of our plants like you visited. And we will process that and look at it and, again, try to take all the good stuff out of it in the case that somebody at the curbside missed it.
Right, because they
So
throw things in.
yeah,
Yes.
we'll find we find this product called fines, Fines, which is the material like little pieces of food and grass clippings and little organic products that slip through. So we recycle tens of thousands of tons of those organics yearly that people miss in the black barrel, and other things like bricks, rocks, wood. People don't realize that wood that hasn't been painted can be put in your green barrel, in your organic barrel.
I wouldn't have known that.
So
I would have thrown it in the black barrel.
Yeah, and that's what Earth Day does. It gives us an opportunity to have our staff go out, educate people, meet people, talk through how to do the new recycling, because it's new. Senate Bill 1383 is a new law that requires cities to have their citizens reduce the organic fraction that goes to landfills. That's simple.
Well, we were talking earlier about a question.
So here in West Covina, we had the luxury of having the different barrels and things to recycle. And I always wonder, like, where does the grass go? Like, where do they put it, or how does it get recycled? I never really knew. Maybe you can answer that. But overall, how is it that other cities haven't adapted like all of the knowledge that like West Covina, now Pomona? How come we don't have that in the Inland Empire?
Well, I can tell you that in my opinion, it has to do with our staff and this company. Again, because in the model of waste collection for years and years, the best model and the most cost effective and where you make the most money is to pick it up at the curbside, take it directly to a landfill. Okay, that's an easy peasy thing to do. It's a lot harder to buy equipment, build a multi-million-dollar plant, and actually do the work of taking extra stuff out of the waste stream. So West Covina is one of Athens' largest customers. We love West Covina. The citizens in West Covina do an outstanding job of recycling. And then Athens does the rest for them. So currently,
that's good.
West Covina has two barrels. They have a black barrel that has all of their recyclables and their waste in it, and they have a green barrel which has all of their grass in it. We're working on a new program for West Covina where now that green barrel will include all the organic fraction. The black barrel will have the more dry recyclables in it, and maybe at some time there'll be a blue barrel introduced so we can even do more recycling. But the good news about West Covina is that with the partnership with Athens Services and the residents and the businesses over the years, they've done an outstanding job of eliminating waste at the landfill already. So 1383 is just going to help try to get to that 30% goal of reducing food that normally goes to the landfill from the landfill, and we take it to our plant, which is called American Organics. It's up in beautiful Victorville, California. And we have this system that instead of taking 120 days or 160 days, within 45 to 90 days, we have this beautiful, rich, nitrate-packed compost and many other mulch type products that we return back to our communities. So it's a closed loop. We pick up organic waste in these cities in the San Gabriel Valley. We take it to Victorville. We process it. We turn it into this beautiful nutrient, and we bring it back to the community to spread at their events, for the city to use at their parks.
Wow.
And more importantly, we do a bunch of that. We sell to the commercial market, San Joaquin Valley, all the farmers and everybody that are growing our crops, we sell to them too. So everybody from the San Gabriel Valley and the greater Los Angeles area is doing their part when they do the recycling and they do the organics, because Athens turns it into this reusable product.
Oh my God. Every time we're on the freeway and we see the big trucks that are driving by us, I don't know, I just get this sense of like, they're my family. Like I just want to be part of them again. And I have a problem where we're at, because we just have a bin and you just toss everything in there. And my parents got so well educated when they were here in West Covina that they still like don't put the water bottles in our trash. They still my mom just bags it and takes it with her. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so cute. But so it's sad that not everybody is doing that, because in the community that we live, it's I don't know, I just feel sad that we just get to toss everything into the bin, and that's it.
Because where we live right now, there's only two bins, trash or cardboard. That's it right now. And we feel bad because like the other day I was sharing with them. I had a family gathering, and everyone was saying, "Hey, are you recycling?" I go, "No, because there's just only cardboard." I go, "Just trash," and we just threw it in the trash because that's all I have, and I don't have the time to do it and take it myself. But that's what some cities are doing. That what complex only has the 2 bins.
Right,
That's
and
it.
that's the beauty of having the staff. We put a lot of time and effort into developing a team to do that, and other companies don't. But we do. That's really important. You notice the outreach and the education from Athens. And I always say the only thing better than working for Athens is being an Athens customer. And I get to be both. I have Athens as my service provider. They do an outstanding job. They pick up my waste. The curbside's always clean. And the day after they do my trash, they come by and sweep the street. So
Can I say something? Is it because they know your house?
No. I've been in that house a lot longer.
No, this is the boss's house, guys.
Yeah.
Shh, come back.
That may be the case now. But I'm telling you, I was an Athens customer long before I worked for Athens,
I bet,
and the service was the same then.
I live in Covina, and they do like what she said earlier. I because I know you and Iso and everybody. When I do see the trucks come and pick up the trash, I do feel like, hey guys, hey Athens,
it is a family, and
Yeah.
I think
they're our friends.
That's the coolest thing is that we are a family-owned company who treat us like family, but we have the resources of these big national companies, and I like that mix because we can pull out the big guns when we need to, but we can also come and be friendly and family-oriented, and our owners never have ever given that up. We have a culture called the Athens Way, and that's focused on our customers first and making sure we have that family culture, both within our company and outside of our company.
And community service wise, you guys get you guys should get an award because as far as, being out in the community and doing all the education that is, when you set up a table, when they're, attending events, I mean, the trash conversation doesn't end, so it's really cool how everybody just goes out and just educates the community or any questions somebody has, we know who to reach out to, and they're always ready to answer those questions.
A couple good examples of that is recently this weekend was the Long Beach Grand Prix. And, I had family members that were there driving and racing, and they won, and it was all good.
Wow.
But even more important than that was the feedback I got were saying, hey, Athens, thank you so much for taking care of all the trash and recycling. Athens was there. We were the vendor that they chose to make sure that event met their diversion goals. And when that city was done with their event, it was spick and span and clean, and they had a lot of recycling and diversion because our team was focused on that. There was another event in Glendora this weekend, and I was at that event, and I got a call from the event coordinator saying, you know what, Gary, I didn't even realize that you guys not only were sponsoring the event, but you were in charge of the trash too, and we never had it go so smoothly. The event house was clean, and everything was picked up the night the event was done, and the recycling numbers were fantastic.
Wow.
So those are little things that event planners and event coordinators don't think of, but it's not just about picking up the curbside and picking up the commercials customer. It's looking at the events, just like events that we have here at this West Covina Plaza, right? Coming in here, assessing that event, making sure there's recyclable containers, there's organic containers, there's waste containers, and then again, taking those to the appropriate place, but also evaluating what's in the waste container. Taking the time, I could pick it up and we could take it directly to a landfill. Save a lot of money.
Yeah.
But people pay a little bit more to take it to one of our plants, throw it out on the tipping floor, and actually remove what's in it.
But I love the fact what you're saying because people are not understanding that you are doing the recycling for them. That's the point. You could pick it up, be a little more inexpensive, and take it right to the dump. But you're a part of the whole recycling Earth Day. Let's make a change. Let's just not fill up the landfills. Let's put it back and make it useful.
Yeah, it's more like, walking the walk instead of just talking the talk. I think
Which most people do.
Yeah.
Most companies do.
We actually put the resources in to walk the walk, to make sure not only did you do your job, which a lot of people do, but sometimes people miss it. They can't find the blue container. They can't find the organic container. So we take that extra step and we make sure that Mother Earth gets her due, and the only things that go to the landfill are things that can't be reused or recycled.
That's awesome. Well, Athens is doing their part, guys.
We are.
Yes.
Yeah. And with that, I have, a question. So what does zero waste future looks like for Athens?
Well, for Athens, it looks like exactly what I'm saying. We have the things that we're doing currently. So we're trying to make sure that we're compliant with all the state laws, but we also have to be years ahead of what's happening next. So people don't know this, but right now we have the capability of, we take waste to make energy. We take waste and we squeeze the waste and we get this really cool enzyme-rich juice out of it. We take that liquid stuff in a container to an anaerobic digester that actually breaks down human biosolids and helps the end of of the industry. And so we do a lot of very different things. So your waste isn't just being recycled and reused. It's going to the next level where we're making energy out of it. We're doing anaerobic digestion and actually breaking down human biosolids and making disposal clean again. There's all kinds of good chemical things that are happening, and our next move is to figure out how to make hydrogen energy or do other things. We're always having to do the scientific part of our job, which is experimenting, looking for new equipment that can find better ways to eliminate waste, because sometimes, let's just say you have 60% recycling, meaning if 100% is the world of what you picked up, 40% is going to a landfill, 60% has been diverted from a landfill. You could have, up until this year, taken that 40% to a burn facility. You could have burned that waste, not taken it to a landfill, and made energy. That's 100% recycling. That's zero. Well, they're closing the burn facilities because they have issues with the potential emissions that could come from them.
I was thinking that too. No lie, I was thinking about what about the air.
Yeah.
So there has to be new technologies to deal with that 40%. And that new technology is what we're always have to be ahead of. So not only are we worried about what we did in the past, what impact we have right now, but what does the future look like? And to me, it looks like, just like the word says, at some point in time, nothing will be going to a landfill. We'll be able to figure out how to use that disposal fraction for some kind of high energy and, for lack of a better description, making some kind of a fuel log out of it for something to generate some kind of power somewhere, or to make it into some beneficial reuse, combining it with asphalt or concrete, or do something with it other than take it to a landfill.
Right.
But I would argue that sometime long down the road, landfills will not be an option for disposal. And so those are the things we have to look at. So we have to have enough capital to be able to handle the current situation and invest in the future so that our cities are protected and our customers
because it takes money to do those things.
It does.
Takes money. But I love the fact what she said, because for there's a lot of people out there that they're die-hard recycle, die-hard, into it, and it's not perfect, but Athens is one of those companies that are doing their best to make sure that they are moving into that way. Because I did hear this a long time ago, is somebody said, they go, oh, I don't recycle because the trucks they use to take it, they're still using gas and all this stuff. But I was like, but you're still doing what you need to do to reduce, and that's the point. You're reducing. It's not gonna be perfect, but you're doing what you need to do to reduce so that the percentage is lower and lower, and hopefully one day, like you said, something will happen.
Yeah, and remember what I told you earlier. Our trucks run on
and then your trucks,
recycled natural gas that's created from landfills and dairy farms.
So Athens is doing their part.
We're doing that, and so net the emissions are zero from our trucks. The future, some people think it's electric vehicles. I don't think that's going to be the future of large trucks. I think that electric vehicles certainly have their place for small vehicle traffic and the like. But I do think that whether it's hydrogen or some other kind of energy is going to be fueling large trucks in the future. And I think that we'll make that conversion when you can find a way to fuel a truck. But right now, if you buy a big truck, you can't even drive it from where you buy it. to our plant because it'll run out of energy somewhere,
Think about it.
and you can't charge it. Or if
Wow.
you send that big truck out into the field, it cannot pick up an entire route. It'll run out of juice because those batteries are so heavy, they take up the room that the trash would take. So there's lots of innovation in the big truck world of electricity, but I do think the new fuels that are going to be coming out for big trucks are going to have a real positive impact
I like what you
before
said.
electricity does.
Well, we
That's amazing.
thank you so much because you educate us so much. You know, every time we see you, every time we talk to ESO, and when we have events, I mean, there's just a lot of conversations going on about, you know, how you operate. And I've always been, you know, so in love with, you know, with Athens and the way that, you know, you're. I don't know. You guys are just so nice to anybody. Anybody has a question, you're always available. ESO's available. Christian, I mean, we have relationships with. We've met so many people throughout the years that how can we not know any of this? I mean, this is great. I mean, not only are we getting educated on what we need to do to save the earth, I mean, but it's just great. West Covina is very, very fortunate to have you guys. So thank you so much for everything you do.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure representing Athens. I love it. You can tell. And we have we have our fabulous team in West Covina, and Athens loves West Covina and all the surrounding cities. And it's always my pleasure to talk to you.
So
I think I'm leaving this show guilty.
Yeah,
very guilty.
And if you guys need more information, log on to their website at athensservices.com. I mean, we were just on their website today, and we found out, we were just like reading, you know, one thing after another.
Yes.
We're like, did you know this? Did you know this? Did you know that? And so thank you so much for, you know, for all those partnerships that you guys have.
Thank you,
in the
Carrie.
community.
Really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Yes.
And thank you for supporting us all the time. We really appreciate it, too.
Yes.
And thank you to all of you out there. We appreciate you very much.
Any last words, though?
I'm good.
You're
Thank
good?
you so much. I'm not guilty instead of guilty.
You have to live with that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to live with that. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Follow Athens Services on Instagram as well. Make sure you guys follow them. They have a lot of great things taking place. So until next week, we will see you later.